Yo, what's up guys, it's Flame here bringing back yet another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today's video, we are back with another thing about YouTube. Well, another commentary about, the negatives of YouTube. This is a secondary part in the series. For the first one, it should be linked down in the description. If I had forgotten, because I'm going on vacation, and I probably, probably mix it up and kind of forgot, because I've been rushing and doing a lot of other different things. There's still a playlist for it, so you should be sure to go and check that out, because this is, once again, the second part. You don't have to watch the first part to be able to understand the second part, but it's better to figure out the positives and then the negatives afterwards. You can do the negatives and then the positives. It's up to you how you want to take your cup of tea. So, let's talk about the negatives of YouTube. First off, being anybody can put a strike and a copyright on your channel with enough, backing, enough legal stances, I guess you could say, for any little sense, which has happened to me before. I've gotten copyright and blocked worldwide with certain videos. Like, my Lego Star Wars series that I used to do totally went down the drain because Disney copyright at least, 2 or 3 things in one video, a game that a bunch of people are recording, and I don't know why, but I got targeted, and I got all of the hate and the plaque on it. Like, one of my videos is actually blocked worldwide for some unknown reason about visual content, about a game that they want you to support, but you can't support it if they're blocking all your stuff that you're doing, that you're trying to help them support with. That's one of the big problems with YouTube. Another one is, essentially, I want to say, this, in my own belief, is bullying. Obviously there's a lot of social media problems like cyberbullying, but what I'm talking about right now is one person I absolutely hate. No offense to him, no offense to people that like him, but just in my personal idea and how I was raised, I don't like Leafy is here. That's one guy that I cannot back whatsoever as far as an internet personality. I do not want to have anything to do with that guy. If you talk against him, or people like that, then they will fire back at you for even the most innocent things of you just speaking your mind. Even if they speak their own mind and their own opinion too, totally obligated to their own, decision and thoughts. But the fact that targeting innocent people and making a job out of it is honestly ridiculous, because it's basically, excuse my French, shit talkers just calling other people out that didn't do anything wrong. They're just trying to live their normal lives and hoping that no one targets them like that. It's like, when I was a kid, I used to read Mad Magazine. MAD, it was like, I can't remember when it had originally started, but it's I believe it's a specific American magazine that's used for like parodies and, essentially to make fun of stuff. And there are certain people who have made news coverage and whatnot, that are kind of well known as a public figure, and on that magazine they get targeted and they get made fun of for certain things. I thought after the first few magazines, that I was reading, I was like, I do not want to have anything to do with it. I do not want to be on this. I hope one day I'm not on that kind of a thing. And that's exactly what Leafy is here and other people like that are. That's kind of like one generalized, stereotypical idea of how bad YouTube might be. I think another one, if I can probably, just take this with a grain of salt, but if I had to pinch around, clickbait. I have done that once or twice before. I have gotten repercussions for it. I have, taken full actions to try and stop it. It has stopped, and ever since then I'm grateful not to do clickbait kind of stuff. But other people have manipulated the system in order to be higher up. Like, here's a secret here. Well, to some people it's a secret. Chaos X Silencer, Jimmy, who is, a Call of Duty YouTuber. Turns out he misspells stuff in his title so that people will comment down below and tell him like how bad he is at spelling and that he didn't spell it correctly. He's doing this on purpose because then he gets more watch time, more ad revenue and stuff like that, because comments are another thing in YouTube's algorithm that raises it up. People who manipulate the system for YouTube's algorithm. Like, if you go and check in description for certain people, they'll put a big list of tags in the description. Like, I can't remember which one it was, but someone will be like, oh, I'm doing a Minecraft Call of Duty Let's Play. You know, someone playing Call of Duty in Minecraft. You know, they purposefully remade Call of Duty in there, you get what I'm saying? And it'll be listed, it'll say Bajan Canadian, ASF Jerome, T Martin, Pro Syndicate, Syndicate Central, you know. It'll say all of these big named YouTubers, or just these big well-known tags like Black Ops 3 or something, even if it has nothing in relation or correlation to the video itself, which is absolutely horrible to me, in my opinion, how people can work that kind of a system. But when it's totally visible, when you put a picture of a... No, I'm not a feminist. I'm not a feminist or anything to that extent. I believe that, obviously, women aren't treated as equally as men, but I don't think stuff like, in the gaming sense of things, it's as bad as Anita Sarkeesian. I think I might have butchered the name. I'm sorry if you guys get offended. But, it's not as bad as she thinks it is. But, for certain things... Sorry about that. Certain things like, you know, a partially half-naked chick on YouTube. A lot of people are thirsty, so they'll go and they'll click on that video. Like, I released a video that was called Hentai with a period after it, and I talked about, you know, kind of like a life story where someone had sent me one like that, and then I was freaked out because I thought someone else was going to send me something like that, but it turns out it wasn't. And I put that up there. That's clickbait. Putting like a partially naked girl, or if you have a fan base that's particularly all female based, and you put a guy up there, and then it's gonna get a lot of views too. Like guys are normally half naked, but you know, like, I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going with this, but you guys, you know what I'm talking about. Now, one thing recently that's been a big controversy that's just popped up is FouseyTube, when he was doing a quote-unquote video and he got punched by Rice Gum, and it was like, oh my god, you know, that's crazy and stuff. And then he later releases a video about, you know, how people constantly thrive off the news channels to understand and, like, gather information about the news, and basically essentially to focus on all the hate in the community. But at the same time, when you think about it, like, he also talked about stuff like how they're getting paid to put hate on other channels. Now, it could be different from other YouTubers, but the way I see it is there are good and bad things that all drama channels have covered. I like them for the reason that I understand what's going on in the community without having to look very far, because then you actually understand the get-go of why someone hates someone else. You don't have to ask it in the comment section, or you don't have to look it up and have that awkward moment where you're like, well, I don't know all the facts. But you'll figure out those facts all within a sustained place from each other. If you say that they shouldn't be getting paid, and yet CNN and Fox, they have the same exact thing, where they cover people getting shot, people getting robbed from, people, you know, with all different walks of life just being shown on the news, and they get paid for it, like tons and tons more cash than YouTubers. Like, that's quite literally the same thing, just you're covering the YouTuber's stance of it. I will say flat out, it's sad that this video is longer than the positivities of YouTube, but I couldn't think of anything else for the positives of YouTube as much as I could think about the negatives of YouTube. One other big thing is theft. People stealing your content, people lying about stuff. Like, I've never had any of these things. These aren't, like, natural occasions that happen to me, but I'm explaining what has happened to other people and what they've had to go through as well. Theft as in stealing a thumbnail from somebody, stealing a photograph or a video of something to that extent, or an audio clip that doesn't want to be shown. I think personally with audio, it's a little bit more controversial. I think as long as you're crediting them and you're shouting them out and you're not saying that you made it, then you're totally fine. Because you're actually giving the people that had made the music and, you know, stuff like that, you're actually essentially crediting them, and you're giving them, you know, a more of a leeway for their own fan base to grow off of as well. Now, monetization involving that music, if it's revolving around it, that makes that video more special. Yeah, I understand if they get paid for it, but don't copyright strike it and, you know, screw everything all up. Last topic I want to cover really quickly. I am in the Call of Duty community, yes. As much as you guys may see it as I'm not, or as much as you guys may see that I am, believe it or not, in the Call of Duty community. Now, you're probably asking yourself, Adolescent and Flame, what does this have to do with anything that's relating to this video? Well, a good example is that people like me, small YouTubers, have been uploading stuff like, you know, Shadows of Evil. I haven't even uploaded a single video, as far as I can remember, of Shadows of Evil from Call of Duty Black Ops 3, because I got much of Activision's blocked worldwide copyright strikes, even though a bunch of other big YouTubers have got it before. You know what they actually do? Is they actually, like, Call of Duty releases the videos unlisted so they can copy and save the video, and then convert it, download it, and then upload it right around the same time or before Call of Duty's actual channel releases, so that they have it up first. Because big companies sponsor these smaller YouTubers so that, well, not smaller YouTubers, I'm sorry, these bigger YouTubers, so that they can get more and more coverage and more money, which is a shady business with YouTube. I'm not going to say, oh, you know, back in the old YouTube days, it wasn't like this, because I wasn't there for that. But I know nothing was the same as it is now. The only thing that's the same is how some things function, like subscribers and people who like the video and view the video and comment. That's the only thing I'm sort of sure about. So, with that being said, I'm going to leave it here on a actually rather negative note. But that's about it. Make sure to go check down the description. If it's not down there, once again, make sure to go check, and there should be a playlist for this. Check out the positives of YouTube, because I did a little bit of referencing here and there to that. YouTube community, get your stuff together. I might do a video on YouTube gaming or just live streaming in general. I think that would be not a bad idea to take that concept from, but make sure to show me your guys' support down below in the comment section, and with that like button, and subscribe if you guys did enjoy the videos. That's the Flame, and I am out. Peace, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.